Hey guys, so I am back and this video is a highly requested video. A lot of people have been asking me to share my skincare routine and what I've been using pretty much on my skin to get it to look the way it looks, because apparently you guys think I have pretty decent skin, and I myself think I have pretty decent skin. So I am happy with my skin. I don't have issues going out the house without makeup. Like, I have no issues with people seeing me without makeup on my face. Do you know what I mean? Because I think I have pretty decent skin, and for the majority of the time, if I am going out on like weekends, going out grocery shopping, something, running errands, I have no problems with going barefaced, no makeup. But anyways, I'm gonna share with you guys what I have been using on my skin. And this changed, my skin routine pretty much changed in the summertime last year when I had just crazy breakouts. My skin, my pores were just not happy, and I was in Japan, and when I got back here I was trying everything and I got a lot of expensive things, and then I decided to try a brand that you guys are gonna think I'm sponsored by, because most of the products that I'm gonna show you is from that brand. I decided to try Paula's Choice. Now, I've heard a lot about Paula's Choice here on YouTube. It's inexpensive skincare. It's not cheap, it's not like drugstore prices, but it's inexpensive. It's not as expensive as SEPHORA brands and, you know, different ULTA brands, like those high-end skincare products that can cost like $70, and you think you're getting a magic potion in a bottle, when really it's like, you can get cheaper products that are just as good, if not better. So I decided to switch it up, try out new things, and this has been really working for me. And I have had breakouts here and there. I had a massive breakout like right here and right here, and that happened, I did my second laser treatment, and I used the numbing cream that they give, which is really emollient, and I think it clogged the hell out of my pores. And I seriously, I don't want to insert the picture, but I'm going to insert a picture because I had to take needed evidence of how the freaking pimple gave me like a black eye. Like, I legit looked like I had a black eye, because you're gonna see the picture, and I know I share a lot with you guys, but this is like hardcore. Like, my eye was swollen to the point it looked like I got punched in my eye by my husband. So people were like, are you okay? No, I'm fine. It's the freaking pimple. I didn't know what it was, but whatever. But anyway, I still do get 1 and 2 breakouts, but they're not like widespread. There's not allowed to be 1 pimple or 2 pimples, and I still get like clogged pores that don't really come to the surface as a lump, but you can feel the texture of it, like a little lump under your skin where there's a clogged pore. So I do still get those, but it's not extreme or anything. So I think I've been managing my skin pretty well. So let's just jump into it, because this intro is getting way too long. But for those of you who have followed me, you've watched my videos, you know that I have oily skin, and I mean legit serious oily skin, where I can scrape oil off my skin. Like, if I go a whole day without anything on my face, I can legit scrape oil off my nose. Like, no joke. Oil, just like a oil, literal oil slick. You will see the oil on my skin, and it's just what it is. And a lot of people hate having oily skin. For me, it's a love and maintain relationship. I love having oily skin because oily skin is gonna age better. That and black doesn't crack. I'm only half black, but hopefully that melanin helps me out a bit with the sun situation. But anyway, oily skin stays supple, so it ages much better because it's more elastic, it keeps more moist, so you won't get those deep wrinkles and stuff as quickly as someone with dry skin. So be thankful that you have oily skin. Just learn how to manage it and maintain it, but I do appreciate having oily skin. So I started out this video, I filled in my eyebrows, put on mascara because I'm testing out 2 products for you, recorded that. So everything else on my skin is bare. I did put a little concealer under my eyes, but everything else on my skin is bare. So I'll zoom in so you can see what my skin actually looks like. So here you go. I did do some extractions, so you will see some marks on my skin right here where I did some extractions. But overall, my skin is pretty smooth. I do have different pigmentations like around my mouth and things, but generally I have an even complexion. Again, extraction. And then I do have freckles on my nose and on my cheek area. That's freckles. And my nose is really oily. It's always shiny. And then my forehead area does have some issues with texture, like clogged pores and stuff. And I get clogged pores around my cheek area where I have larger or enlarged pores from being oily. So that is what my skin looks like. So now that you've been all up in my space and all up in my face and saw my skin up close and personal, and I gave you some background, I'm gonna just jump into what my skin has been, you know, going through. So as I said, oily skin, I'm not prone to breakouts, I don't have sensitivity, and my skin pretty much behaves, thankfully, now. So, and I think the products have a lot to do with it. So starting out with washing my face. I wash my face twice a day religiously, once in the morning, once at night. At night I need to remove whatever makeup I wore throughout the day, and in the morning time I need to refresh my skin because during the night I get oily, all that good stuff. Everything happens at night, so I still need to wash my face again at night. At night, while I'm having a shower, I will wash my face then, because that way I can wash all the way down my neck, all the way on my hairline, everything. I can get every nook and cranny when I wore makeup during the day. Like, I can get all the makeup off. So that's when I wash my face in the shower. In the morning times, I'll just wash it at the sink. No big deal. I'll just do a light wash and then that's it. So for the face wash, I've been using a Paula's Choice Skin Balancing Oil Reducing Cleanser, which is for normal, oily, and combination skin. And it says it removes excess oils, great for sensitive skin, and removes makeup and rinses clean, which I find it really does. And I got the big old bottle. This stays in my shower. This I really like. There's no fragrance, there's no dyes, and it's no animal testing. So it's really great skincare without any skin irritants, and if you're interested, they don't test on animals, and they're made in the USA. So I like supporting US based companies. So you will see the ingredients. She lists all the ingredients on the back, so if you have any issues with a specific ingredient, you can get the ingredient list and check it out. But I think this is great for oily skin. I wouldn't say so much normal or dry. If you are oily, this is a great cleanser. It's a white creamy cleanser that foams up really well, and foam is good for oily skin because it will remove the oils. So I use this in the shower, and I don't have a preference between that and the one I use at the sink. This one is the Paula's Choice Resist Perfectly Balanced Foaming Cleanser, again for normal, oily, and combination skin. And again, it says removes oil and makeup, and this one says it preserves skin's protective barrier and leaves skin soft and refreshed. Now, this is from the anti-aging line, which I've been trying to use more anti-aging things as well. So I like using this in combination with this one because I feel like they work well on their own, and then together I just like the combination. If I had to choose, I'd probably go with the Resist one over this one, just because I think this texture is a little bit better and it's not as drying on oily skin. So I'll wash my face, and if I wear makeup in the shower, I'm gonna wash my face twice. First, I'm gonna wash my face to remove the makeup, and then second, I'm gonna wash it to really cleanse my skin. So I do one for makeup removal and then two for deep cleansing. And for the second wash, I use my Foreo Mini. This is the Foreo Luna Mini, and I bought this in November, around then, and before that I was using my Clarisonic, which I still really like, but I prefer the Foreo Mini because it's a little bit more gentle on my skin, and I feel like it does a lot more for cleansing my skin, deep cleansing my skin. So I'll get a little bit, my skin's already washed, it's wet, I'll grab a little bit of the cleanser and just put a dab on the Foreo, turn it on as it vibrates, and go over my skin and really cleanse it well. And the Foreo has a timer. There's a full, full details on how to use this. You can read the product details, but I think this is really great for cleansing the skin. It really gets into the nooks and crannies and really gets out the gunk that's stuck in your pores. So I think it's really good. It kind of activates circulation and all that going on with your skin. So I think a vibrating kind of thing sounds so terrible, but the vibration is really good. And I don't think you need to get the large size either, because this works perfectly. I don't think I would like the large size unless I'm going to use it all over my body, but this I think is perfectly sized. It's expensive, so if you can wait for the Sephora sale, the 20% off, just wait for it and get it then. But it's so good. It really leaves my skin really clean and refreshed, and when I'm done it feels squeaky clean. And you know that squeaky clean that you feel when you use like a bar of soap, you get that squeak? That's what this does with this cleanser. And it's not a squeaky tight dry feeling, it's just squeaky clean. I love this. And then this helps with the absorption of the skincare products that you're going to use afterwards. So I really like this. I think that's a full review. If you want me to do a full review and demonstration, let me know, but I think that's really great. And then that's my cleanser system. Now for moisturizer, what I have been using, I have used my Algenist with hyaluronic acid, and this is a multi-perfecting pore corrector gel moisturizer. It's oil free, and this is from Algenist. This guy is a gel type. It's almost done, I know, but it's a very light formula, so it's great for oily skin. It really absorbs quickly. I've been using this for well over a year. It works really well. It's lightweight and I really love it. And I don't moisturize my skin every single day. I don't use a moisturizer because I don't need it, because I have oily skin. So sometimes I'll skip this. This is why this has lasted so long, because I don't always need a moisturizer. Sometimes I'll just go in with my Photo Finish Smashbox primer, and this is just a primer water, and it just hydrates your skin a little bit. So I like using hydrating sprays, and this one I've actually really been liking because it doesn't leave an overly dewy finish, or it's not greasy and oily. I just think it's a nice, simple, light product to use instead of using moisturizer. I also picked up the Skin Balancing Invisible Finish Moisture Gel. This is again for normal oily combination skin. And this stimulates collagen and minimizes pores, smooths wrinkles on face and eye area. And I just recently got this because I said I want to use a moisturizer from Paula's Choice because it's cheaper, and once this is finished, I don't think I'm going to repurchase this. I'm just going to stick with this because this is, again, similar formula, similar texture. It's a light gel type lotion. Well, not a lotion, it's just a gel type formula. Absorbs really quickly, leaves my skin feeling moisturized without being overly greasy. I don't feel the oil or grease on my skin, so this is going to be my go-to moisturizer once I wrap this up, because they have a very similar formula for like less than half the price. I mean, seriously. Since I'm mentioning products that I really like from Paula's Choice, I'm going to mention two that I did not like. I got the Clear Ultralight Daily Mattifying Fluid with SPF 30. This is for blemish-prone skin. It says it protects mattified skin, maintains clear skin, and prevents signs of aging. And this is the Resist Youth Extending Daily Mattifying Fluid. Same concept. It's meant to be a fluid that you use during the daytime. It has SPF, and it's supposed to just, you know, be a nice moisturizer. I did not like these. They didn't absorb well into my skin, and I feel like they left my skin looking very slick and shiny, and they almost made my skin more oily than it would be normally. So I don't recommend these if you have oily skin. I thought they were going to be mattifying, like it says mattifying. Did not like these, and I wanted to use these for the SPF, but no, I did not like those at all. I forgot to return them, so it is what it is. But instead, I grabbed the Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense. And I'll list all these products below. I'll list them below so you can check them out. I'll also leave a link to Paula's Choice where, you know, you can check them out if you want. And the Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense has SPF 30, also for oily, normal combination skin with antioxidants and resveratrol. This is for wrinkles, dark spots, all this stuff. And this is supposed to mattify. This has a slight tint to it as well, so it's not as stark as like a pure SPF on darker skin. So I like this as my I like this as my SPF. It's lightweight, it blends in really good, it doesn't leave that shiny white cast on my face, it absorbs really well, and it doesn't create more oil on my skin, which I found the other two do. This doesn't create more oil or anything. So that's what I use for my SPF. This is daytime, so moisturize if I'm going to moisturize. If I'm not, I just use this and a little bit of my primer water. Again, I've been doing laser hair removal, so I need SPF, but I don't always moisturize, but I will always use the SPF. Very light, use very little, not too much, and then my foundation and my powder adds to the SPF. So now let's talk about nighttime. Once I cleanse and wash my face, then I'll go in with a toner, and I only tone at night. You can tone during the day as well. Sometimes I'll use this, very rarely. I shouldn't even say it. And this is the Resist Weightless Advanced Repairing Toner for normal oily combination skin. This is a nice toner. It removes any excess oils from your skin, any excess product. And with my Foreo Mini and my cleanser, even if I'm wearing makeup, I don't have any residue left on my skin. So I don't use a makeup remover. I know you're going to ask me that. I don't use a makeup remover. I don't use makeup wipes. I just wash my face. And that to me is sufficient because my skin is clean and cleansed and all the makeup is off. Except if I may have a little bit of residue around my eyes because of mascara or long wearing eyeliner. But that's not a big deal to me. Whatever, we'll get it off tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's not that big a deal, but it gets everything else off, so I don't have to use a separate makeup remover, which I dislike tremendously. So I grab my toner and one of my Swispers. This is just a cotton pad, and I get these from Harmon's. This has a little bit, it's a triple layer, but it has a little bit of texture to it. So I'll grab my toner and just dab it on get some on the cotton pad, and I'll just show you this, and then just do circular motions to apply this over my skin. And this is going to remove any excess like sebum, get into my pores, remove product, any excess product that I have going on. And it will also balance the pH of my skin after washing. So I just do that. Right now I just have a little bit of concealer on, so I got a little bit of it. But this will remove all the excess, residue or anything off my skin. So this is meant to be used every night. I will admit I don't follow this every day, every night. Sometimes I skip it, sometimes I just go to bed. You know what I mean? But if I do feel like my skin needs a little bit extra, I'll do this. And then also, I try to do the daily pore refining treatment. This is 2% BHA. The BHAs are for oily skin. They help with cleansing out your pores. It's an exfoliant, liquid chemical exfoliant rather than using a physical exfoliant with the beads and everything. So I use this, and this is supposed to unclog pores. And I just use this on my T-zone area in my forehead because that's where my cheeks too, because that's where I have the most problems with clogged pores. And this I'll try to use at least 2 times a week. I don't use it every day. I don't use it all the time. I try to use this at least 2 times a week because it really does help. I probably should bump the use of this up because it's really good for cleaning out your pores and keeping them clear so you don't get, the clogged stuff. So that's what I'm going to step up the use of it. I'm going to step it up with this. So that's what I use, right? 2 to 3 times a week. Now, another thing that I really like, if I'm not using that and I feel like I need to do a little bit extra, is the Resist Weekly Retexturizing Foaming Treatment. This has 4% BHA. This, again, it's an exfoliant. It's meant to clean out your pores and really exfoliate. So, I will use this once a week, sometimes twice because I don't have sensitive skin, but it's just for once a week. But I don't have sensitive skin, so if I really feel like things are not good, I will use this. The thing I don't like about this is it smells a little fishy. It does. It smells a little fishy, but we'll get over that. I use this once a week. I can use this twice as well because it really does do really well, and it comes out in a foam, which I really like. It absorbs really well because of that. Leaves a little bit of stickiness on your skin. Nothing, you're gonna sleep. Who cares, right? Not a big deal. Here's the thing that I use almost every night, at least 4 times a night. I use the Skin Perfecting 2% BHA gel. This has salicylic acid. This guy I use, I love this. I love this. This thing I will choose over the rest of them. This one I love. It's a gel, so it's a clear gel. It just apply it to your skin. Rub it in. It absorbs really well. Go to bed. Awesome, awesome stuff. I use this more than any of the other exfoliants. Again, it's still an exfoliant. You're not supposed to use all of them together. Let's be clear on that. You don't use them all together. You use one of them, especially if you're using the weekly treatment, just use that because that's 4%. But if you're using the toner and the, not the toner, the pore treatment, the liquid toner type treatment, I can use these together. I don't mind. But this guy, I would skip everything else and use this guy. I love, love, love this guy. And then on days where I have like dark marks or I feel like I have intense pigmentation that I need to take care of, like tonight, I will use the Resist BHA number 9. And this is 9, which is for stubborn, dark spots, all that, you know, stubborn areas when you really need it. And this is really small. It's more expensive than any of the other things. If you don't need it, you don't need to get it. Like if you don't need the intense treatment. I don't need it, but I wanted to get it anyway because I think it's a good investment for days when you have a little bit more. So it's again a gel, and believe it or not, you're not supposed to mix this again with any of the other BHAs. Like, don't double up, but I will use it with this guy. I'll just use one pump of each all over my skin. I don't think it's that big a deal, but be mindful of that. I use that. So religiously, it's my cleansers, my toners, and my Foreo, and then my BHA treatments. So those are my religious treatments, okay? Hands down, that's what I do. And my moisturizer and all that good stuff. But that's what I do the majority of the time. Now let's talk about things that I don't think are 100% necessary, but I do love having them in my lineup anyway, because I use them like once or twice a week. I'll still mix it up because I do like to change things up a bit. If I'm feeling a little bit acne-ish, if things are just tingling, I will use the Clear Daily Skin Clearing Treatment. This has 5% benzoyl peroxide, and this is extra strength. I got the extra strength because, hello, not sensitive. If I need it, I'm gonna apply it. So I will use this in case I feel like I wore makeup all week and I was testing out like cloggy things, like things that would clog my pores a lot and cause breakouts. I will use this. I don't use this all the time. I use this when I feel like I need to use it. You know what I mean? Like when I feel like I need something. And then another couple of things that I need to get more into and use a little bit more would be my retinol and hyaluronic acid treatments. These are treatments. These are serum type products that you should use at night. They help to, you know, anti-aging, help to make your skin, you know, keep up appearances. This one is the Skin Balancing Super Antioxidant Concentrate Serum. Whew. For normal oily combination, it has retinol in it. So this guy I prefer over the other one. This one is a light, kind of light yellow gel texture. It absorbs really well. I feel like this feels better on my skin. It almost has a silicone-y slip on the skin, and then it absorbs, so I like this one over this one, but I will use them interchangeably because this one is also very good. This one is the Ultralight Super Antioxidant Concentrate Serum. This one has, like I said, hyaluronic acid, and this is, again, anti-aging. I like the retinol one better, but I'll use this one, and I don't mind. I think if once they're done, I'll still get both. I don't have a preference, but depending on what you like, this one is more lotiony, liquidy, this one is more gel-like. So depending on what you like or what treatment you like, do you want retinol or do you want hyaluronic acid? Depends on what you're going for. Choose whichever one, but I like both, and I'll still get both, you know what I mean? And then another thing that I'll mix in, sometimes every now and then I need an extra boost if my skin is looking dull or dry or it don't look too, like I need something to pick it up and let it look nice and supple. I will grab the Resist C15 Super Booster. This is 15% vitamin C. If you watch my videos, if you saw my last skincare video, I love a vitamin C serum. I think it's great for darker skin because it really adds radiance to your skin. It's really, really good for adding radiance. So I'll use this guy right here. Just a couple of drops. It's a liquid. It smells citrusy. And honestly, when I use the Retexturizing treatment that smells like fish, I will use this with it because this kind of counteracts the fishy smell. It smells a little bit citrusy. It's very refreshing. So I use that. It's a couple of drops. This is just going to boost your skin, make it look a little bit more radiant. And for my treatment oil, because you know skin oils are all the rage. Everybody's using a treatment oil like, Lord, I'm just oil up. No, I will use the Nude Pro Genius treatment oil. This is expensive. I don't think everybody needs an oil in their lineup. I don't think everybody needs to run out and grab a treatment oil. I just don't see it. You can probably go to your health food stores or like your, you know, different like GNC and get the oils, not essential oils, but some of these oils and mix it up. You mix up your own concoction. There are videos for that, but I don't want to do that. So I just got the Nude one. I like that. I've tried other ones. I've tried the Tarte. I think I've tried a bunch of them, but this is the one I like. This is the Pro Genius, again, treatment oil. This is omega-3, 6, 7, 9. So this, again, is for when I feel like my skin needs something extra. Like I feel tired, dry. Sometimes I do get dry, like tightened feeling on my skin. It's still oily, but it feels tight. I will grab my oil, just dab this on after I use my BHA treatment. I will just put a little bit of this, mix it in with the C Booster. I'm doing all kinds of concoctions just to make my skin feel better and this I like because it's not as oily as the other ones I've used. It absorbs a little better. It feels a little better. It smells great. It's just, it smells light. I don't like smells. So this guy, again, I don't think everybody needs an oil, but I do have that in my lineup, you know? I'm giving you everything that I have. And then as far as masks and treatments and things that I do for extra steps as a little treat for myself, my biggest treat would be my Perricone Md Chloroplast. This is expensive as all shit. This is expensive, and I love it, and I hate that I love it. You just hate when you love expensive things. It's so good. It's like a pale green looking thing, and as you apply it and you break up, they're like little particles in it. They're not exfoliating beads, but they're little particles. As you rub them over your skin, they break up and then they create this deeper green, you know, chlorophyll look on your skin. So I like that. I massage it over my skin and I leave it on for 10-15 minutes and rinse it off, and my skin feels so soft and divine after using that. It feels glorious. So I'll use that probably twice a month. I don't use it a lot because, again, it's expensive, and they do have the little small size. I got the little small one. It was $20 for the little small thing, but it lasted me a very long time, and I tried it before I invested in the big bottle because I was like, So if you can get a sample or get the little smaller container and try it out, test it out to see how you like it, because it is a major investment. But I really, truly love that thing. Something else I didn't like from Paula's Choice is the Skin Balancing Oil Absorbent Mask. I got this because I was like, I need a mask. Let me get the thing. I got the oily combination one. Oh, hell no. Oh, no. This burns like a... No, it coming like it should put acid. It's very tingly, very burny. Like, I don't like this at all. Do not get this one. If you're gonna get any of them, get the one for dry skin, because I think that's more, you know, better. It's better for oily, sensitive skin, and it's not as... This is intense, like for real, feel like toothpaste on your skin. No, I don't like this at all. And I got two of them because I'm just extra with shit, and this was just no. And I'll probably get asked this. I did not like the Glam Glow mud treatments. I did get one. I got it on sale because I wasn't gonna buy it full price. You know, I need to cheap out on things. I did not like it one bit. Like, it didn't do all the miraculous things that everybody else claims it does. I just was like, what the hell is this for all this price? But I do think this guy, the Perricone one, is worth it. Like, I really, really like that guy. So sometimes I use the chemical exfoliants versus a physical exfoliant because I don't like scrubs that are gonna, you know, get too crazy and rip my skin up, because you don't know what these people are putting in their things. No. But sometimes you do feel like you need to rub and scrub and get rid of like dead skin and things just don't look right. I got the Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion Skin Exfoliant. This guy is formulated with pharmaceutical grade crystals. And I got this as a perk. I got the perk you know, the little sample size. And then I loved it, so I got the full price. Again, a very pricey product. Something that you need to try out for yourself to determine if you like it first before you splurge, because it's a splurge. Again, use my 20% off coupon because that's how I roll, and I got this guy. It has very fine crystals. It's a white product. It's white. It's relatively thick, and it's microfine crystals. So just moisten your skin, scrub. I'll do this in the shower after I cleanse. So after I use my cleanser, just go. So I wouldn't use the Foreo at that point. I would just use that if I feel like I need to get rid of excess skin. Again, probably once or twice a month. Nothing crazy. I don't overuse the physical exfoliant. Once or twice a month. What was that sound? But I'll use that, and this guy, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't feel like I'm like rubbing the life out of my skin. And then when I'm done, it's smooth. It feels great. It's soft. It just feels really good. And then if I do exfoliant, that's when I will use like one of these treatments at night to really soothe my skin and make it feel really good. So I do love this as well. I think this one, the micro delivery from Philosophy, is also a great option. I just had the big bottle, and over time the crystals kind of broke down, so it just became a liquid. So I was like, I don't want to try that. Let me just get the Dr. Brandt one. But I think the Philosophy micro delivery exfoliant is also a really good option. And oh, here's the little chloroplasma, so you'll see, yeah, the little size. But this lasted me a long time. Really great. And 2 bonus items. I am done right here. 2 bonus items for my eye cream, because I know you're gonna probably be like, what about your eye cream? I use the Philosophy Miracle Worker Miraculous Anti-Aging Retinoid Eye Repair. That is a mouthful. I also have one from Algenist, I do believe, that I use as well. I just interchange the 2 of them. Let me actually find it. So here it is. It's the Complete Eye Renewal Balm. And I think these 2 products are great eye creams. I do use them, not as much as I should. I probably use them twice a week, you know, when I'm feeling like, oh, I need a little extra. This is more, the Miracle Worker from Philosophy is more of a silicone-y feel, so it's great for wearing under makeup. I think this one is nice. It feels good. It does, I'm sure it has dimethicone in it, the way it feels, some kind of cone. And then the Algenist Balm, this one is really soothing. It feels really great. It's lightweight. It absorbs really well. So my eye creams of choice would be these 2. If you're older, a little bit older, I would go with the Algenist one, because I feel like this does a little bit more with the hyaluronic acid. It's a little bit better for anti-aging. This one has a little bit more of a silicone slip, so I think this is for more youthful skin. It feels really good, but I don't think it does as much as the Algenist one. So those are my 2 eye creams. And then my lip treatment is my Lip and Body Treatment Balm from Paula's Choice. And the winter time has been really terrible. It's been cold. It's been terrible. And my skin usually cracks and like it legit, I will have a line down my lip with blood crusting. It's very painful. My lips really crack really bad. Even in the summertime when it's really hot, like it will crack. And I have had no dry lip issues and no issues with my treatment balm. I put this on during the day. I have it on right now. I use it at night. I just go nowhere without it. And it's a little bit more pricey, but it lasts really long. Like, I have been using this for months, since the summertime. And look, I didn't even really get into it really, like, for real. There's still more than 50% of it left, and I use this every single day. this guy I think is a must-have. So those are all the products I use, and I know it's a lot, but I wanted to kind of give you the ins and outs of the products that I use and which ones I use when, blah 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 blah, so you'd get a feel for what I'm using. So hands down, I think the lip balm from Paula's Choice is a must-have, especially if you have trouble with dry lips. Skip the Dior Rose whatever balm. There's just a lot of expensive lip balms on the market, and they don't really do anything better for me than this does. This does really well. And chapstick and all those minty kind of things actually work against your lips. EOS, oh god, those are terrible. Those are the most awful lip balms I've ever tried in my life. They dry out my lips, so I keep having to reapply it. And people might be okay with that because they're like, oh, I love applying it here, huh? The celebrities use it. Look at all those Instagram pictures. They put ingredients in there to dry out your lips, so you're going to use it over and over again and buy more. This, no, it doesn't do that. You just apply it. There's no fragrance. There's no irritants. There's no drying menthol in it. So be careful with those EOS lip balms that you'll think is the holy, they're like the next coming of sliced bread. But the cleansers, love these two cleansers. I think they really work really well. You don't need a separate makeup remover. This just works. They work really well. The Skin Perfect in 2% BHA gel, great for oily skin. Chemical exfoliant, works really well. Love that stuff. I also really like the C15 booster. It's a little bit of a splurge for extra, you know, just an extra. And this is the Resist BHA number 9. Again, for extra, you know, oomph to your skin. And then the moisturizer that I love, Paula's Choice Invisible Finish Moisture Gel. Again, this is going to replace my more expensive Algenist. It's similar product at less than half the price. So love this guy. And my SPF, because we all need SPF. We need it regardless of what you think your melanin is doing, because I rely a lot on my melanin and my foundation, whatever is in my foundation. But the SPF that I really love that doesn't leave me oily, greasy, or slick is this. And the star of the show is the Foreo Mini. Yes, I love this. Again, if you want a full demonstration, let me know. And yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. And I did it all with a bare skin, fresh skin that I am going to sleep. Well, I need to wash off my eyebrows. But that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Got a little peek into what I'm using, how I use it. If you have any questions, leave them below and I'll try to answer them as quickly as I can. I have a delay on responding to comments, I know, but I will try to answer your questions. If not, I'll do a follow-up video if you guys want. So thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, I'll leave links below to Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook pages where you can follow me along, and a full list of the products that I mentioned will be listed as well with links so you can check them out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.